Hey YouTube, it's Billif here, and today I'm back with episode 10 of my Sutton United career mode on FIFA 22. And today is going to be a post commentary because I accidentally recorded my microphone audio and my game audio into the same channel, so it sounds like this. Hey YouTube, it's Billif here, and today I'm back with episode 10 of my Sutton United career mode on FIFA 22. And as you can probably tell by that, I can't really use the live audio because you just can't hear what I'm saying at all. And what I was saying in this intro is that all the games from now until the end of the season are league games, so I can 100% focus on the league and I don't have any other distractions to stop me from picking up a load of points in the league and moving up the table. And the best place to start that will be in the first game of the episode against 19th placed Oldham. This is the team I went with for the Oldham game. It was my full first team and they were all fully fit, so it gave me my best chance possible of picking up 3 points in this first game. And now we see our first attack of the game here. It's Eastman placed it down the line to Adjuboy. Adjuboy's going to try and get in a crossing position, puts the ball in, and Olaofe can finish it, heads it in at the near post. It is a really good header. The keeper doesn't really have any chance and goes to celebrate with the fans after putting us 1-0 up in this game early on. You see here, Adjuboy gets to a good crossing position. It's a really good ball in. Olaofe is straight on his head, and the header actually goes in off the post. The keeper has got no chance with it, and that made it 1-0 to Sutton. Now we see Oldham's first attack of the game as they play it out wide into a crossing position. Don't cross it, they don't, instead play it into the box. Then they get the ball across, and that did make it 1-1. Decent ball across and a good finish into the net, and the keeper's not got a chance with that. And now we see Buteman playing the ball out wide to Baldwin here, looking to run inside. Gets tackled by the defender, but he does get fouled, so we do have a free kick on the edge of the box here. And Eastman is going to step up to this free kick, looking to aim for the top corner, but it does go just wide. And then that does take us to half-time here, and we go in 1-1 at the break, and it was a fairly quiet first half, so I was hoping for a little bit more in the second half to liven up the game a little bit. Now moving into the 70th minute here, Eastman is going to take a shot from range, but it wasn't that good, and I think that was showing that chances were a bit few and far between in this second half. Now we see an Oldham player bringing the ball forward, tries to take on my centre-back, gets fouled in the process, so Oldham do win a free kick here. Then they put this ball in. It didn't look that great in the first place, but they managed to get a shot off, and Buzanis should have done better with that, to be honest, because it was a very weak effort, and he should have just held it, to be honest. And now we move into stoppage time here. Oldham swing a ball into the box. Barden gets beaten at the back post, but it is headed over from Oldham. And that did take us to full time, with the end result being 1-1 against Oldham. And it was a fairly quiet game, not many chances as you would have seen from the highlights. So 1-1 was probably a fair result, to be honest. And now we move on to the second game of the episode here against 10th place Northampton Town. And after the draw against Oldham, I was hoping for a better result in this game. I was hoping to push on and maybe get a win. This is the team I went with for this game. I made one change, bringing Milsom in place of Wyatt because Wyatt was too tired. And there were a few other players who were a little bit tired, but I thought they were mainly okay. So this is the team I went with. And now we come to the game here in the 26th minute for the first highlight. And I made a foul there, which I thought would just be like a foul which didn't mean anything. But in the end, it ended up being a goal for Northampton. So I thought it was a safe foul to make out there, not really in a dangerous position, but it was. And from that cross, Northampton did go 1-0 up. And now we see Northampton trying to push for a second goal here, playing the ball into the box, but they do give it away. And now I move the ball forward quickly, get it down the line to Baldwin. And as we see now, we have a 2-on-1. We have Bugle in the box on his own. Baldwin puts the ball in, but it's an awful cross to Bugle. Keeper comes out though, so I play it back to Adjuboy. I see the chance, but Adjuboy fires it over the crossbar, and I was feeling like this chance probably should have made it 1-1 through the defender's legs. Keeper wouldn't have got to that if it was on target, but Adjuboy misses the goal. But now, only a couple of minutes after that chance, we see Bugle pick the ball up in our half, clip it over the top to Olaofe. He's going to get there because he's so quick. Defender makes a slide tackle, doesn't get to him, and Olaofe does finish that chance into the back of the net, brings us level a few minutes before half-time against Northampton. And considering that chance that Adjuboy had, I feel like being level in the game is probably what we deserve. Just a clip ball over the top, Olaofe running straight through the middle, goes straight in on goal, finishes it well, and that was 1-1. And now we see Northampton moving the ball into my box just as we reach the 45th minute, moving it around here to try and create an opportunity to have a shot on goal. Connolly plays it across, and then they do make it 2-1, and that was some very poor goalkeeping by Buzanis. Buzanis really should have kept that out, to be honest. Shot was not very powerful, and it was quite close to his body, so it's one that he definitely should have kept out the goal. And after that goal right before half-time, we did go in 2-1 down at the break, and I was feeling pretty hard done by this. I thought we'd done enough to be level in the game, and it was a goal that never should have gone in because Buzanis definitely should have saved it. So I felt it was pretty unfortunate we weren't going in level at the break. And now, with almost an hour gone in the game here, Buteman has the ball, plays it into Alafe, but Alafe does put that shot just wide. Had to take the snapshot because it was the only chance I was going to be able to get a shot off, and he couldn't quite convert it. And now, Northampton have a crossing position here, but they put the ball straight out of play, and that will be a goal kick to us. And you see there's some subs made there, and then the screen switched again, and it meant that I played the ball straight out to the Northampton player, and he scored from it. Because Northampton made some subs, and then I made some straight after, but I'd already tried to play the goal kick before it cut to my subs, so I'd pressed A to take the goal kick, but it counted both commands. It did A to take the goal kick and to skip the cutscene of me making my subs, but it didn't recognise my directional input of me playing it to my defender. So I just ended up passing it straight to the striker, and he scored from it, and I was very annoyed about that. And that does then take us to full time, and we do lose the game 3-1, and I was very annoyed about this because I felt that 2 of the goals that they scored shouldn't have been goals at all, especially the third one, because that was just a glitch from the game. And the second goal was just really poor goalkeeping. So I felt very hard done by to not get a draw in this game. After the game, I got an email saying that Dylan Scone was ready to change position from a cam to a striker. So changing his position took him up to a 56 overall from a 52, so not too bad. And then we had our final scout reports for this batch, so let's take a look at these. From Belgium, I signed Arthur Clays because he had a decent potential, and I rejected the other 2. I rejected both these players from the Republic of Ireland because neither of them were good enough. And I signed Bryn Gittins from Wales because even though his overall was quite low, his potential was decent. I was hoping maybe I could change his position. And then I rejected Mark White. And then I looked at the players I'd just signed in the Youth Academy, and Bryn Gittins wasn't good enough at all, so I released him. And then Arthur Clays looked pretty decent, so I decided to keep him. And then, because it was the 28th of the month, I had to send my scouts back out. And I sent my first scout out to Italy, searching for physically strong. I sent my second scout out to Portugal, looking for wingers. And I sent my third scout to the Netherlands, looking for any player type. And now we're going to have the third game of the episode here against 5th place Carlisle. And I was going into this game thinking it was going to be quite a difficult one because they were 5th place in the league. So I was thinking it's going to be a difficult game to get a good result out of. This is the team I went with for this game. It was my first team, and they're all back to being fully fit. And the only change was Wyatt coming back in for Milsom. As you'll see here, Carlisle had quite a strong start to the game, quite a few chances early on, and I was really struggling with them early on. They were putting a lot of pressure on me, and it was quite difficult. But as we move into the 14th minute here, I'd barely had the ball in their half, but Buteman gets away right through the middle. The defenders were nowhere near him, and I thought he was offside for like most of the time he was running in there, but he does finish it, and we do go 1-0 up after about 16 minutes, and it was completely against the run of play. Carlisle were completely dominant, and this was like the first time I'd pretty much had the ball in their half. Was able to get through on goal, and it's a good finish from Buteman, and that made it 1-0. And as you can see here, Buteman is onside, the left back playing him on with some really poor positioning because he's tracked Adjaboy's run, and he's not stepped up with the rest of his defence. And as you'll see here, Carlisle continuing to create chances after we go 1-0 up to try and get the leveller in this game. Keep on putting the pressure on, making it difficult for me. And then they get the ball in the box here, and I can't get it clear. And then they have that shot at the near post, which they do score from. And Carlisle do eventually make it 1-1 after half an hour. And then in the 40th minute here, I pass the ball out of my box, but Baldwin gets tackled, and the tackle goes straight to Alessandra, and Alessandra does score, and that was poor from me. But they were putting so much pressure on, I was finding it so difficult just to get it out of my defence at all. So I wasn't surprised something like that happened, to be honest. And then we do go into half-time here, 2-1 down, and if I'm being honest, we were very fortunate to only be 2-1 down because they absolutely dominated us. If you look at the stats here, they had 11 shots to our 1. So I think we were fortunate to only concede 2 and even just get a goal in the first place. And we're starting the second half off here, completely different to the first because we're on the attack. Easton plays it to Adjaboy, then clips it to Oleofe. Didn't quite go how I wanted, but he played it to Bugle, and Bugle actually managed to get to the ball, get the shot off, and score the goal there. I was so surprised he actually managed to get to that and score because I thought the defender would cut that out easily. As you'll see here, Oleofe gets it through to Bugle, and the defender should get to this, but it's a really good finish from Bugle, and he makes it 2-2 in the game. In an attempt to try and get a fairly quick reply to that goal, Carlisle do have a corner, but they do head it over the top. But now right after that corner, Wyatt's bringing the ball down the line, clips it over to Baldwin. Will Baldwin get there before the defender? He does get there first, has a chance to run it into the box now. He's going to shoot, and he curls it around the keeper into the back of the net, and he does make it 3-2. And after the first half, no one would have thought we'd be in this position in the second half. We were absolutely dominated. We should have been down and out after 45 minutes, but with an hour gone, we are 3-2 up in this game. Baldwin just running into the box, chance for a one-on-one with the keeper, curls it round him. It's a good finish, and that makes it 3-2. And now we move into the 70th minute here. Carlisle try and play the ball out from the back. It's a horrible ball. It's able to get to Oleofe, and he does finish, and that is 4-2 now against Carlisle, who were leading 2-1 at half-time and absolutely dominated us. And at this point, I was so confused as to how I got to this point, as to what happened to Carlisle, but I wasn't taking anything away from my boys. They played really well to actually get us in this position, to get us into the position to be winning the game, and by a 4-2 scoreline as well. But at 4-2, I wasn't done trying to score goals. Bugle clipping it over here to Oleofe. Oleofe with a running towards goal has that shot, but the keeper does make a save, and that was the first shot of the game which hadn't gone in that we'd taken. And at 4-2, Carlisle weren't conceding defeat, as they have a chance here that does go just wide and hits the stanchion behind the goal. And then, with a couple minutes to full time, there's a ball into my box here. Miss kicks the first shot, but he gets the second shot off, but Butanis makes a good save. And that brought us to full time, and I felt like we deserved this win. Not by the way we played or because we were better than Carlisle or anything, but because of the game against Northampton in the previous episode as well, how they'd gone, how I felt like I'd been shafted a bit. I felt like we deserved a win like this, where the other team were completely dominant and should have absolutely battered us, but we just came out and we scored pretty much everything we put on target, and we scored loads of the shots we had, so I felt like I deserved something like that. And now we've got the fourth and final game of the episode here against Bristol Rovers, and after the last game, I wanted to kick on and get another good result here. And the team I went with this game against Bristol Rovers was my first team, fully fit once again. It's been a quiet first half so far, as we're coming in the 35th minute here, and Buteman takes a shot from outside the box. It was on target, and the keeper did have to turn it aside. Now Buteman swings this corner in. Beagle tries to get his head on it, and he does, but he heads it wide. And then, just a couple minutes after that, Bristol Rovers play a ball through. He has a chance to shoot from near the edge of the box, and he does, right into the top corner. It is a really good finish, and Bristol Rovers go 1-0 up after 38 minutes. And now, just a couple minutes after that, Adjaboy is trying to run inside. He gets tackled, but Bristol Rovers do give the ball away, so Oleofe tries to clip it into the box. It is cleared, but Eastman can keep it alive, gets it to Oleofe, hits a shot early, and it is an absolute stunner from Oleofe, right into the top corner of the net from like 20-25 yards. The keeper has no chance with that, and it's an absolute screamer from Oleofe. Eastman wins this header here. It's not a header actually, just knocks it down to Oleofe though, and on a snapshot really, takes that shot, and it goes right into the top corner. The keeper's not really got any chance, misses that defender, and the keeper can't quite get close enough to it, and that makes it 1-1. And then we do reach half-time here, and it was a pretty quiet game up until about the 35th minute, and that Buteman shot, that long-range shot, seems to have spurred the game into life, and it means we go in 1-1 at the break. And now, after 55 minutes here, Bristol Rovers get the ball into our box, play it to the edge, and then play it back across, and that was some very nice play, to be honest, to get the second goal in the game for Bristol Rovers to put themselves 2-1 up in the game. And then we move just past the out here, Oleofe playing it into Buteman. Buteman with a shot from the edge of the box. Keeper doesn't catch it, but it was straight at him, so it was a fairly easy save. And now we move into the 70th minute here. Adjaboy with the ball in his own half, plays it over the top to Baldwin, manages to control it and get it past the defender, has that shot, and that was a really nice goal. The crossfield ball from Adjaboy to Baldwin over the top to get it past the defence. It was a really nice pass, and Baldwin able to take it down in his stride and tap it past the defender. It was some really nice play, and I thought that was a really nice goal. Just a touch here with the head to get it past the defender. It might have been the chest actually, but it completely does the defender. Gets it past the keeper and makes it 2-2. And now moving into the 82nd minute here, Bristol Rovers get the ball into our box, have the shot, and it does come back off the post, so maybe getting away with one there. And that is full time here, and we do end up drawing 2-2 with Bristol Rovers, and I was quite happy with that result, to be honest. Bristol Rovers were near the top of the league, so they're a decent team, and I think a 2-2 draw is quite respectable against them considering where they are in the league. But anyway, that is the end of this episode. We managed to pick up 2 wins and a draw in this episode, and that does move us up the league a little bit, so I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. And considering 2 of the teams got points against were in the playoff positions, I'm quite happy with that, especially the 4-2 win we got against Carlisle. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like. If you want to carry on watching this series, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.